Hello, and welcome back to another Ruffa Sports Cards video. So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching on how to use Cardladder Pro. When you are searching on Cardladder Pro, it might be difficult, like let's just use this as an example. This is just a new PC piece I got. Taiwan Jones, Rookies and Stars, RPA, right, out of $2.99. So usually when you're searching on eBay, I'm going to just bring it up for you guys. So before I get started, I want to say I am trying to get monetized on YouTube. In order to get monetized on YouTube, I need 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours in the last 365 days. Technically, the subscribers is just an all-time number, so I need 1,000 subscribers all time. So I don't need a hit. It's just the subscriber count needs to be 1,000. But the main point is that I need as many of you to subscribe as possible if you enjoy sports card content, especially this content, and want to continue watching and supporting. Subscribing is the easiest and best way to do so. A lot of people view this content, and if more and more of you are able to subscribe and help me get one step closer to that 1,000 subscribers to be monetized on here, it would help me out so much and mean the world to me. So I hope you do decide to subscribe so you can enjoy more content I upload in the future. And I will see you in this video and the next one, hopefully. Take it easy. Have a good one. So let's just go here. Let's go to eBay first. This is usually how people would look up what this card has comped to. If you don't have Cardladder Pro and obviously all that. But Taiwan Jones, Rookies and Stars, RPA out of $2.99. So we just do that. That's usually how you look it up. Let me see. Nothing's popping up. This actually might be a decent example. So let's remove the RPA. Rookies and Star. Let's go Rookies and Stars. Might just have to remove the extra bits too. So yeah, it looks like one is posted here for $7. Doesn't mean it's worth $7, but that's the lowest asking. No one's watching it. That's on ComC. And one's listed for $10. I don't think anyone's watching this one either. For one watcher, just shows interest in the card. Doesn't really mean anything about the price someone's willing to pay. So let's go here on the sold and completed items. No exact matches. So if we tried to find this exact card, there's gonna be none on eBay. But that's where a card like this is a perfect example. Didn't even think it was. But Taiwan Jones, this card, I can actually see here. And so let's just try out how we looked up on eBay, the original lot, right? Let's look up Taiwan Jones, Rookies and Stars, RPA out of $2.99. This isn't how you want to do it. I'm just saying. There's no results, right? No results here. So technically, if we looked it up like this, we'd think there's none ever sold, right? But this isn't how you want to look it up. I'll just be honest with you. You do not want to look it up like this at all. Trust me. I mean, obviously, you want to refine your search, but you want to be as encapsulating as possible. So like something like, especially with a name like Taiwan, you don't really need to say much more than Taiwan because of how unique and how it's spelled, right? So we already have 3,000 results. Well, let's just look up $2.99. Let's just look up Taiwan and $2.99. So we have already narrowed it down here. It looks like these aren't the exact cards. Usually on your phone especially, you can see a better photos and all that of it. Let's see if we can find any rookies. Actually, technically, you can even just Control F and Rookies and Stars. So look at that. Back in 2013, this card had sold for $20.50 out of $2.99. Out of $2.99. So it looks like there's 3 sales for sure, maybe even 4. No, so that's the search result. So 3 sales, $20.50, $22, and $10.50. Obviously, the market back then, from 2013, someone was just looking for this card, so they really wanted it, so they paid up for it. But that's an example of how you have to make sure. It's literally a perfect example for Cardladder. You want to make sure when you are buying that you're not just going off of Cardladder comps. You want to make sure there isn't a listing that's up, because obviously last sold is from 2013, which you should not consider, right? If it's more than a couple years, right, it's pretty much just a rough idea. I mean, technically some people consider it, but industry standard, if it's like 10 years ago, that's over a decade ago, that sell. So if there's one listed for lower, it's obviously not going to be worth 20 bucks. Just saying. Like, that's pretty common knowledge, but very much needed to be said. But so yeah, you can see how something where we might have I might have just looked through all of it and been like, well, where we gotta look for rookies and stars, but technically you can just Control F and look for rookies and search in rookies there, and then it'll bring you automatically to that. So that is an example of how you looked up a numbered card. Something like that is it's really easy. You just search up the unique name. So like for Burrow, Joe Burrow, you'd probably look up Burrow, not Joe. Let's just give an example. Burrow. I want to find out what his Mosaic rookie out of 49 is worth. So I just look up Mosaic 49. I don't put the slash either, right? I slash either. I don't put that either. Let's just say because this is a there's a lot of sold, we can just reduce that and search 2020 also, right? That's all we have to do. So PSA 9 sold for $801. Obviously we're not trying to figure comps out, but you'd guess a raw is lower than that. One hasn't even sold for sheesh, a long time raw, but so you get the rough idea here. Just by Joe Burrow, which name is uniquer, right? Burrow is uniquer. I want to put Joe on there because sometimes they might misspell it on that. Just Burrow is enough. Potentially the product, the serial number, and then potentially the year. But that's, even the year part is typically only for like ones that have like 350 plus, and then even then you can just search up 2020 in your search result. Technically you want to scroll, you can scroll down and it'll pop up with more too. So like right now it says it's only, but now it pops up with 5, so it added 3 to the inquiry there. 2020 Mosaic purples, that's what the parallel is there out of 49. So something like this, you might not know what this is called, so you might want to go to eBay. I know this is a white sparkle, but something like this, you'd want to try to find it on the checklist, want to figure out potentially what this one would be called if you don't know what it's called. This is the white sparkle first year Devontae Adams from Mosaic, 2020 Mosaic. You could look up 2020 Mosaic football checklist. It'll bring you up. Usually it's Cardboard Connection or Beckett, one or the other, and then you can find out the parallels, try to figure out, do some investigative research here. There's technically, I don't think they actually will say white sparkle on here because it's a completely different technically set because of it being in the sparkle packs. Oh no, white sparkle here. It is on here. So although it doesn't have it listed up here, I didn't see just by me looking and reading, it does have it down there. So when you're reading, you know, you might think, well, what is this card? It's like white, it's shiny. You might notice it's pretty, you know, you might notice that maybe you just know it's shiny, right? Maybe you're looking for shiny, you're looking for sparkle, something like that of this sort. I don't think it's going to be a black. I don't think it's going to be gold. I don't think it's going to be pink, right? So you just kind of conductive research. No huddle silver. Maybe then you look up on eBay what a no huddle silver is. No huddle silver. Technically, I have one right here. Actually, I don't. Right. Okay. No huddle silver Mosaic. So you then realize, well, that kind of looks like it, but my circles are a lot smaller. So maybe you look up the exact card too, right? So let me just do that. Then you might look up the exact card. So 2020 Devontae Adams. So you might look up that exact card on eBay to figure out where or what it is. Let me see. Well, that's not my card. So then you come to that conclusion that that's not your card. Then you conductive researching, right? So you figure out the parallel, the correct parallel. And then let's say you finally figure out that correct parallel after your search. And then you go Devontae. Obviously, his name is Devontae Adams. You don't need to put Devontae and Adams. You can do, I would do the more unique name. So for this instance, it is Devontae. I'm going to put Mosaic. I'm not even going to put white sparkle. I'm just going to put sparkle. See what pops up. 139 results here. And then let's just do, maybe let's narrow it down to 2020, just so we get that first year results there. So now that I've looked up Devontae Mosaic Sparkle 2020, I have found a comp that is not on eBay anymore. If I looked up this exact search inquiry, let's even just do it for you, because on all of the eBay listings and sold, they will never have sold listings from over how long? Oh, 3 months, I'm pretty sure it is. So they won't have sold listings over 3 months old. So we'll see no matches found. So whenever someone says there's no comps on it, you can pull out your Cardladder Pro, figure out comps on it, and be like, well, I know this card is sold for $30. I would feel comfortable valuing it at or around or lower or up, depending on the certain circumstance, right? If like a player, let's just say it sold back in 2022 and the player is now actually doing really, really well, like maybe like, let's just say Jalen Williams with an E, as someone like maybe Jordan Love, how about that? Jordan Love is a great example for football. Maybe Bobby Witt, technically, kind of, a little bit. For baseball, I can't think of any others for hockey or anything like that. But the point is that maybe his market is up from the time. So you're like, well, that's sold for that. Let's check eBay to see if there's any listings. You do that, then there's nothing that comes up. Then you can conclude that, you come to your reasonings. But Cardladder, the whole point is an absolute wonderful tool to use when pricing and figuring out what your cards are worth for potential buys and all that. It's saved me money. It's also given me ideas to buy stuff at that people might not have known. So like that white sparkle from Mosaic sold for $30. I knew that sold for $30. Some people might not have Cardladder, so it might be a little difficult for them to source. All right, this is I believe this is a purple. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a purple. Purple out of 49 is purple. It just looks pink. I don't know why they called it. I know it's purple, but it looks pink. I will agree with that one right now. Purple, let's just say 49 Mosaic. Devontae 49 Mosaic. So now we can even just do 2020. I know I'm looking for 2020. That card sold for $21.28 back in 2021. Looks like 2020 sold for $51. I was not expecting it to sell for $20, but that does certainly make sense back then, especially. Let's just look it up here, see if we can find an example here. Well, technically we already have, but Devontae Adams out of 49. I'm just winging this this whole recording here. Yeah, so there's one listed for $10, $9.45 plus $5 shipping. I collect first year Mosaic numbered stuff and all that. So this little partial rainbow and all that is something I will just keep. Probably. I guess. I mean, I might sell off the White Sparkle and Genesis. I'm more of a serial numbered guy, just to be honest with you guys. Especially for Mosaic. Just not too sure. Let's look up this guy, though. I think this is a decent example also of something might be all right to look up on Cardladder. It's a Trey McBride. Oh, yeah, this would be a good idea. And Jason Witten. It's a dual relic numbered to 75. So let's just do this. It's actually a really good example. So we go McBride. This is what I would do, is McBride, maybe Witten. Let's just see what comes up. 54 results. We can even just type in, let's just type in the 75 too. But yeah, $5-6. Looks like this one sold for like $5. Pretty close to it. Like $5. I think it's worth more, to be honest, just now, especially football season's right here. And McBride's actually a stud, and people just aren't high on him. So let's look up McBride, Jason Witten. See what this card is worth. You don't have to always go off last comp too, right? Yeah, and also sometimes you don't find it. So something like this, for some reason this did not come up. This did not come up. Oh, this was out of 99. Okay. It was out of 99. So yeah, no sells in the last 3 months. So you wouldn't have been able to find an exact comp. Also, you would have been able to show them that the last sold for $6. So you'd have to value it at $6. Maybe if you really want the card, you can value it a little higher, you know, depending on how you feel the value is and all that, what you think you can get out of it. Certain things, right? Certain aspects. You see 2 patches at 75, 99. So I would say if you value the 75 and that one like $10, or let's just say 12, and that other one for 8, or something like that, and then you're like, oh, this Phoenix is a better set. It's got shine to it. I mean, technically this one has shine to it too. It doesn't have another player on it. It's all Trey McBride, 3-color and a 2-color patch. You know, maybe you value it at the same, and you value it around that $10 mark or so. I don't know how you want to swing the valuation, but it's a very, very great tool. I just mean, what I would probably do is, what I would guess is that this one I would value at like, well, I guess I would do the $8 and $12, but Phoenix is definitely a better set. They don't have retail products. Illusions does. So I think I value the Phoenix one more, just personally. And it being solo McBride. So yeah, I mean, I guess technically you might be able to get away with valuing this one at 8. Just because 12 and 8. Yeah, I mean, I think that would be a fair evaluation, would be $8. If I was buying this card, would I sell it for $8? Probably not. Just to be honest, because Trey McBride is so good. Gonna be a stud. Jason Witten, legend of the game, and he was a Raider too. Let's do this last example here. RPA. I don't think I did. Okay, I did an RPA. So you don't want to type in RPA too, right? That's one of the big things too. You don't want to look, I'm not going to look up Luke Schoonmaker. I'm just going to look up Schoonmaker. That's very, very much unique. I don't need to look up anything else. You can see 10,000 results for Luke Schoonmaker. We can look up 249, and we can look up certified. I think that's very fair. So it's like a $5 card, $5.50 on this card. Luke Schoonmaker, RPA out of 249. So $5 on this card. Luke Schoonmaker, tight end for the Cowboys. Something like that. I mean, it's just so much easier. I know the for who I sell to, repacker-wise, uses this solely for comps. They don't use eBay. Like, I don't even think I saw them go to eBay once. They just look here for comps, go off the last one. As long as it makes sense to them, right? They're not going to just, if it was from 10 years ago, 12 years ago, they're not going to go off of that one. Certain things, right? If like a player's now in jail, they're not going to go off of that last comp. If a player's injured, they're probably going to be like, well, I know that one's full. They might, if it's like a, I don't know who, right? They probably wouldn't, but yeah, it's a case-by-case basis, right? Situation by situation. But this is the best way to search up stuff for me. It's how I love searching up it. It came with my PSA subscription, the highest one, the highest tier. Came up with like a couple other perks and stuff like that. Like I got a PSA subscription magazine, certain stuff like that. But yeah, so this is what has happened this is what Cardladder Pro is. I'm really tired. I gotta end up packaging up all the orders that I sold, so I need to start doing that. You guys saw, or will see the whatnot video for that and all that. But yeah, so I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna get doing that. If you have any questions about Cardladder Pro and how to use it and all that, let me know. Also, is the big thing is go to sales history. I don't know much about any of this other stuff. I don't use collection. I don't use dashboard. I mean, technically, once you just search it up here, I think it brings you to search history. Let me just look up Devontae Adams and see if it does. I'm pretty sure it does because that's how I got there. Yeah. So you can go showcase. I guess people are just showcasing cards. I mean, it's not for me, but I mean, I guess technically maybe someone's trying to sell these. Is that what's happening? So yeah, I guess technically that's pretty cool. You can put cards up on here too. Okay, that's sick. You can compare, feed. I don't know what that means. Industry, monthly volume. Sheesh. So it's like a health in-depth data. So, oh my gosh, yeah, that's wild. $200 million each month. It's probably even an underestimate, I would guess. Just based on in-person sales too, man. Definitely would. I think it's verified daily volume. So yeah, that's wild. Maybe it might be pretty accurate. That's a month. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's wild. Okay, I don't even know anything about that one, but showcase, you got ladder. Not sure what ladder is. I think it's just like top cards, something like that. So like 1984 star is pretty cool, something like that. Like the score, so it does like a score system. So I don't know. If you want to learn about cards, there's that. There's shop, so you can shop on there too. Sales history is where I be at the most. Don't have any of my collection. I might add some, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, maybe someone from Cardladder will see this and be like, hey, you want to make another video? But very much so appreciate every single person in here. So like, yeah, you can see the sales verified. Cardladder value accuracy is 78.37%. Not really use the Cardladder value. Pretty much just determine my own values, to be honest. Unless if there's hard comps on $20 and up stuff, that'll be what I use. But yeah, appreciate it very, very much so. Unless if it's damage and certain things, right? Certain things. If it's like a worse patch, certain things like that. But jersey number, potentially. But yeah. All right, boys and girls and everybody. I appreciate you very, very much so. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you will enjoy more and more videos. Make sure you do. I'm going to put this in the beginning, actually. But so, yeah. Take it easy. I hope you have a good one. And I'll see you later. Deuces.